Hi everyone, Wolfie Rankin here. This is Wolfie's vinyl, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just here to show you my vinyl and crap on about stuff. Weird day. I've had a good sleep. It's one of those nights when I've had a really deep sleep and I've woken up and I've gone, oh, what time is it? 5 o'clock? I feel hungry. I think I might poach some eggs and have some coffee and get up. And so dawn hasn't even cracked. The sun hasn't even come up yet. And I'm alive and awake and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and, you know, fabulous like Fabio, just doing the hair toss. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? And I just didn't want to sit and tweet because I do that all the time. And I thought, well, you know, I'll show you some of my records. I can do that because I've got 2 of them here. So we'll have a bit of a chat, if you like. Righto. First of all, the thing that came in just recently, which is absolutely gorgeous, mate, is Blade Runner, and I've been hoping that this would come in for some time. Now I've got the red vinyl version, which I showed you once before, and that seems to be the one that everybody wants to grab a copy of. But for RSD, this magnificent picture disc just came out, and I've been waiting for this. Now, where I got this, there was a place in Germany called Vinyl to Digital, and what they do, they offer a service where they actually record your record onto vinyl. If they don't offer MP3s, and they do offer MP3s on this one. Absolutely magnificent soundtrack. I think there's a lot of soundtracks where you kind of think, oh, you know, that's a really cool movie. I'd like to get the soundtrack of that. And then you take it home and you play it and you kind of go, oh, I don't know. For some reason, it's not as good as I thought. It's not as good without the picture, you know. So, you know, there's Harrison Ford on the front. And who is that woman there? I don't know her name. I've seen the movie before, but I don't really know the characters all that well. But this album, you sit down and play it, and it's fantastic. It's the best best spent hour or so you can have, really. It's absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend it. And if you haven't got this in your collection, you suck. Quite honestly. No, not really. But it's good. Really, honestly, go out and get it because you'll like it. Actually, it's on YouTube. So there's a few people playing it there. And if you have a listen, you'll know what I mean. And you probably go, oh, that's good. I'm going to go out and get it. Now, excuse me while I bob down under the desk, which is highly unprofessional. But you know me, I don't do highly professional videos anyway. Just have a bit of a chat with you. Because that's what I do. Look at this. Look at this. This is cool. This is their sticker. The company that we're getting a bit of slowdown there. That's the company that makes that sends out the records, and Vindig vinyl to digital, and sort of like a Wolfie. I like that. So it's nice when you get a couple of extras from the record company, or the record supplier, the seller. That's a little bit of a knick-knack for you to look at. I was thinking, sometimes you get these, fuzz on there. Sometimes you get these covers and they're kind of like a normal cover and you can't see the disc inside when it's a picture disc. And I think that's really weird because it's like, well, why would you do that? It's there to sort of advertise itself for someone to walk into a record shop and go, wow, that's an awesome picture disc. I love it. I've got to have it. And to sort of put it in, who was it? I've got a record by someone else, and I've forgotten his name. It'll come to me later, but, you know, maybe I haven't quite woken up. I don't know. But anyway, he put his picture disc inside of a normal record cover, and I thought, why would you do that? Why? I mean, unless the picture disc itself was maybe pornographic in some way. Now, you might think that records wouldn't be pornographic, but not exactly so. The Pet Shop Boys actually had a cover and it was just a picture of a man's dick. flaccid. It was a picture, a photo. And Sam Fox, who you might know from the song "Touch Me, I Want Your Body," had released several 7-inches in the old days, in the 80s. And now she was a page 3 pin-up girl, and she used to show her boobs, in the newspaper. It used to be a thing years ago. I don't think it is now, but it was a thing back then. And yeah, you can get several picture discs of her showing her breasts, and I suspect there's more. If you've got any more, let me know about it. There's another one that's sort of a bit raunchy, but it's not really. But it's well known, and it's "Sticky Fingers" by the Rolling Stones. And a lot of people think the guy on the cover is Mick Jagger, but obvious, well endowed guy on the front cover there. You can see through those leather pants, and the zipper, you might not know, is you can pull it down and feel around on the inside. And I haven't got that album. I was going to get it some time ago, and I just kind of went, I don't know. So I never quite got it. So maybe if someone wants to send me a present someday, that would be very nice. So anyway, as far as pornographic or really naughty covers go, what have you seen? Let me know. Let me know down below, as they say on the YouTube. This is really corny. Okay, I've been waiting for this for some time. I think my early interest in electro pop, synth pop, was partly, we could blame this band for some of it, because they're absolutely fabulous. And this song has been really something in my life, and I've been wanting to show this for a while. The Buggles and "Video Killed the Radio Star." And on the back, we've got Kid Dynamo, like on the normal single that was out years ago. Now, this isn't a 12-inch version, I don't think. I think it's just a normal radio version or album version, probably the album version. I don't know. It doesn't say. I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up on Discogs. It's probably there. Someone's probably listed it. But anyway, I mean, how could you go past the Buggles? How could someone like me with my collection go past the Buggles? I think they're bloody fantastic. I met one of them on Twitter, and a bit of a right-wing nutter, I think. That's how I felt. And I just kind of went, right, see you later. And I just sort of tuned out. But I got followed by a few people from Asia, and okay, cool. I'm not really interacting with them, but, it's funny how people will sort of follow you on Twitter, and sometimes you don't know them, and you feel a bit guilty about that. I got this one guy who's a Grammy winner, and I haven't listened to his music, and I feel a bit guilty, and I feel like I've really got to listen to his music now. Okay, but really nice guy. I mean, I think the thing is about Twitter too is sometimes you get artists who really can't tweet very well. They're only in it for product. I'm here to flog my stuff. Boring as shit. That's I don't want to know anything about. Fine. I know I don't mind if you're flogging your stuff a little bit, but tell me about what you did in the day, and what you did with your family, and a few photos, and your dog and your cat, and that kind of thing. Human stuff. Well, even though I'm not exactly, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'd really like to know that. I've got a friend who's a broadcaster, and she said that she would really rather someone come in and just sort of, blow the, just sit there and talk about life and experience and funny stuff, anecdotes and stuff, instead of just, here's my book. It's out now, and if you get in early, it's a few signed copies, and, this is real good. It'll only cost you $49.99, and that's all they want to talk about. Nah. Anyway, fellas, that's it for me. Fellas and girls, because I know there's a few girls listening, watching. I do appreciate your company. Thank you very much. And the sun hasn't even come up. There's a little bit of light in the sky now, and it's just I think it's just slightly after 6, isn't it? Oh no, yeah, 6:55. Okay, we've been here for a little while then. Oh, this is early for me. Today I should be getting some vinyl. I'm hoping David Bowie is going to pop in on a couple of 12 inches. Oh, and there's another thing. Nicholas Pegg, he's the voice of the Daleks from Doctor Who. He's got this thing that's sort of around. And if you have a look at Wolfie's vinyl on G Plus or Facebook, you'll find a link to it. And it's got quite a few interesting people who are involved, including David Bowie's pianist. And Kate Bush is apparently supplying some vocals. And the first 100 issues are actually signed. So very nice. I know there's more people on it than that. And maybe we can go over it later. I've ordered it because I think this is pretty something. Something big. So look into that, and I'll tell you more about that later. But as I said, it's on all the link and the data and everything that you need to know about is on Facebook right now. And so join me there, or G Plus, and have a look and see what's there. I try to put something there that I feel is fascinating. It might not always be. Yeah, so did I tell you I got that heavy metal album? Maybe I did, but I've ordered another version because it's signed. So, it's just local guys. So you don't often hear of Australian heavy metal groups, so it's quite unusual. Apparently very, very big in places like was it Sweden? Oh, no, Germany, very big in Germany. Techno, it's mad over there for that sort of music. I had a friend who went over to Germany and he shot a video in his car and he's tuning the radio around and there was all this techno and I was thinking, oh God, they've got no taste, have they? That's my opinion. I hate techno. Oh, and the Uber ad. Have you heard the Uber ad on YouTube? It comes on every fucking time. It's got that awful tune. It's just and it gets in your head like it makes itself an earworm and it's vile. I can't stand it. Anyway, you know what my tastes in music are like. Anyway, until next time, friends and lovers, if I've got any out there, people who have got a crush on me. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Happens to the best of us, or the worst of us. Good day, everyone. Have a wonderful time, and hope your day's wonderful and carefree, and delicious, and sweet, and loving. I hope you've got a big dog who wants to give you a hug, and a cat that wants to smooch around your ankles, like I have. Mine killed a mouse yesterday. Last night I was in bed, and next thing the dog and I hear this sound of squeak. What the? Go out to the kitchen, and here's this growling cat tearing this poor mouse apart. That's what I got him for. Okay, fellas, bye.